Now let's have a look at thyroglossal duct cysts, because these are very common. Most of them are infrahyoid. More than 60%, 70% are infrahyoid. Then is at the hyoid bone and few suprahyoid. So remember, it is embedded in the strap muscle if it is infrahyoid. So most thyroglossal duct cysts will be embedded within the strap muscle, and that is your simple clue. I'm going to run this movie clip. This is transverse, this is longitudinal, that will be the hyoid bone over there. That is the hyoid bone over there, and this is transverse. Have a look. A suprahyoid thyroglossal duct cyst at the floor of the mouth. At its location in the midline, at the floor of the mouth, a pseudo-solid cystic appearance. The differential diagnosis will be an epidermoid or a thyroglossal duct cyst, but at that location at the floor of the mouth, a thyroglossal, a suprahyoid thyroglossal duct cyst is most common. So simply by its location, I know that this is going to be a suprahyoid thyroglossal duct cyst. Again, look at the appearance now. It is not anechoic, it is not thin-walled, it doesn't have that classic posterior enhancement that we talk about cysts elsewhere in the head and neck. No, elsewhere in the body. Now have a look at these thyroglossal duct cysts. So that will be the hyoid bone, that is the hyoid bone, and that is the hyoid bone. So this is at the level of the hyoid bone, this is suprahyoid above the hyoid bone, and this is infrahyoid below the hyoid bone. So that's the top, that's the bottom for all three. In this, you will see a variety of appearance. This one is almost anechoic. This one has a large anechoic component with debris inside, and this is almost pseudo-solid over here. So the different appearances of a thyroglossal duct cyst and their location, they are located in the vicinity of the hyoid bone. And that is important for a surgeon when he is operating. When you're making a diagnosis of a thyroglossal duct cyst, there are a few things he wants to know. One is its relationship to the hyoid bone. Number two, is there normal thyroid present in the thyroid bed? And number three, does this thyroglossal duct cyst have a solid component that might be a papillary carcinoma within a thyroglossal duct cyst? These are the only three things a surgeon wants to know. Very often these are young children or even babies, and they are very restless. We do not sedate, the mother just holds the baby, and we just do two simple scans. One transverse scan to show its relationship to the hyoid bone, and then look at the thyroid, whether there is a normal thyroid in the thyroid bed, and then one longitudinal again to show the relationship to the hyoid bone and the presence or absence of any solid component. It does not take more than a few minutes, and you are able to give the surgeon all the answers. For him, it is important to know the relationship, particularly infrahyoid thyroglossal duct cysts, because when he operates on them, he takes out the middle third of the hyoid bone along with the cyst. It's called the cyst trunk procedure. So he takes out the cyst and the middle third of the hyoid bone because a track runs through it. If he takes out only the cyst and leaves the hyoid bone, you will have multiple recurrences. And that's why the surgeon is extremely keen to know, tell me its location and relationship to the hyoid bone. This one is a thyroglossal duct cyst with a large solid component inside. This one on biopsy turned out to be a differentiated thyroid cancer, a papillary cancer within the thyroglossal duct cyst. So when you're making the diagnosis or suggesting the diagnosis of thyroglossal duct cyst, these three things must go through your mind. Its location, relationship to the hyoid bone, presence or absence of normal thyroid tissue, and the presence or absence of a solid tumor within that thyroglossal duct cyst, because these do occur. Some people say up to 5%, some people say less, others say even more.